Hi guys and welcome back to SwitchUp. Now remember the age-old thing. The Nintendo Switch doesn't have any games. Ay caramba. So September saw Blasphemous, Daemon X Machina, Star Wars Pinball, Devil May Cry 2, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, Jedi Knight, and so on and so forth. October we had Call of Cthulhu, The Witcher 3, Overwatch, Little Town Hero, both Resident Evil games, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Luigi's Mansion and Vampire. So yeah, that was a pretty decent one. November and December, there are a few good games coming. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. What are they? Let's find out. Coming mid-November then, we have a very small title that not many of you will have heard of. It's Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now this drops on the 15th, I believe, and as you can see on the screen, we were able to play quite a bit of this, and I know some people are quite worried about the game, but from what we saw and played, it's quite good. And if you're a die-hard fan, let's be honest, you're going to be buying the game anyway, and probably going to get a ton of fun out of it. There have been numerous tweaks to the battle system, and I'm not going to lie, I am quite pleased that they've based the world on the European cities. There's definitely a bit of Big Ben in there. I've seen it. This is going to be one wallet buster dropping mid-month. Next up then, with the unfortunate slippage of Doom Eternal on the Switch, we have Doom 64, which drops on the 22nd instead. Now, while I did enjoy this one a lot back on my N64 when I wasn't playing GoldenEye, it's slightly strange to see it drop on the Nintendo Switch without any sort of multiplayer options. This is single player only. Having said that, if you just wanted to play the single player, then crack on, it's got 30 levels and it's Doom. But for me, it's a bit of a mistake.
Re-releasing one of our favorite games, Doom 64. For the first time since its original release in 1997, Doom 64 will be officially available on a Nintendo console. Relive your crusade against the demons in more than 30 action-packed levels. Or, if you're a newcomer, experience the retro first-person shooter that helped make Doom one of the most popular shooter franchises in history. Doom 64.
I can't say for sure if Alien Isolation is launching in November or December, but suffice to say, with the trailer having just dropped on Nintendo Switch, it's looking like we'll definitely get that before Christmas. This was a game I absolutely loved back on PC, and another of the titles that we thought, how are they ever going to port that to Switch? But that was before Vampire and The Witcher strolled casually onto Nintendo's mobile platform. Judging by the trailer alone, things are looking very good so far, with a good amount of polish while retaining much of the detail that makes that game so scary. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't finished this one yet. I got stuck somewhere hiding under a table, but I know Glen's finished it and he enjoyed it immensely. This also comes with all of the DLC packs to boot, so even if you have finished it, there might be some stuff here for you to still enjoy on the go.
I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you?
Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
One particular game or set of games that I'm very excited about is the Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, which includes Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Now, like many of you, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is my favourite in the entire series. For me, it took some of the elements of a game like Sid Meier's Pirates and then layered all of the Assassin's Creed goodness over the top. It felt far more free than potentially it was, but the setting and those sea shanties, oh yeah, I can't wait to play this again on the Switch. Now, obviously, these come with all of the DLC that those games had, and they've included gyro controls as well for aiming and touch controls. I have a sneaking suspicion I'll be buying the game for the third time.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue are coming to Nintendo Switch. become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean. Then transform into the ultimate assassin hunter.
Pyne has had its fair share of delays on the Nintendo Switch, and to be honest, I don't really mind that if it means they're going to spend the time they need to get it working right. This potentially could be something to distract you while you wait for your next huge open world adventures with Zelda. One of the most interesting aspects that the developers have spoken about is how much life they're trying to give to the inhabitants of this game. Their plan was, at least at some of the initial developer QAs, to give the inhabitants their own quest lines and things like that, whereby they go about living out their day-to-day lives, and then you obviously steamroll in and change everything. But it's nice to see them really trying to go for something with a bit more scope and a bit more impact. This is one that's most certainly on my watch list at the moment, and it should drop before Christmas. We saw the trailer for Miniko's Night Market at a direct a long time ago, and then I foolishly used it for one of my videos just because I like the look of it to introduce the video, and everyone was saying, what is that game? What is it? I need it. Unfortunately, it's still not out yet, but it looks to combine elements of Harvest Moon and perhaps Moonlighter, but this time you're moonlighting it as a night trader. I'm not really sure, but it has a very unique aesthetic and a certain charm about it that I can't quite put my finger on. I'm looking forward to this just as much as you guys are, I'm sure, and Animal Crossing fans who can't wait for 2020 might just have something to fill their time with. Plus, as I discovered in Divinity, any game that has pets following you is awesome. Now, I've got Glen to blame for my addiction to this next game, and it's Shovel Knight. With Shovel Knight King of Cards, the series comes to a close, but what a way to come to a close. The developers have revealed that there are 30 new levels to work your way through, and my goodness does this look delightful. I believe if you own the treasure trove, then you get this for free, but you'll have to let me know down in the comments if I've got that right. If that's the case, then I would suggest picking that treasure trove up as soon as you can find it, either on sale or just go for it. It's got so much content in there already, and it's about to get even bigger. We've got the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 that's dropping as well, early November, and this comes to us from Sega. There is actually a demo of this one already up on the eShop. It doesn't exactly tickle my fancy, I'm not gonna lie, but there's definitely a market for this type of game on the Nintendo Switch, and it is nice to see Nintendo once again, just like they did with Ubisoft, allowing another big name. And I mean, look at this, Nintendo and Sonic working side by side to create games. That's awesome. This has 1 to 4 player local, 2 to 8 online, and you can also link up 2 to 4 Nintendo Switches as well. There's tons of different events inspired by the Olympic Games, with enough arm flapping and cringe-inducing moments to give you Christmas memories for a lifetime. We've had a number of good 3D platformers on the Switch, as well as 2D ones, and new Super Lucky's Tale from Playful seems to throw everything bar the kitchen sink into the mix. There are a variety of large 3D hub areas, as well as the 2D side-scrolling challenges, mini-games, puzzles, and boss battles that you might expect. They've included thousands, literally thousands of collectibles to go for in the game, and there's a space costume if you pre-order. Yeah, I'll go get my money. I'm going to finish this list with the action RPG Children of Morta from 11-Bit Studios. I've mentioned this one before and it has been delayed already on the Nintendo Switch, and for many of you, some of the things I'm about to say are going to make you instantly switch off and say, no, I don't want it, I'm not interested. And the first thing I'll say is it's a roguelite, but it has a very heavy storyline. There are 6 playable characters and the whole story surrounds a family of heroes, each of whom have their own unique skill set. You set off on an adventure to rid the land of corruption, and supposedly it's not just a story about defeating the evil, it's about the interaction between the family members. There's something about it, can't put my finger on it, but exactly as with Moonlighter, who I believe 11-Bit Studios published, I'm not sure, you'll have to let me know, but just like that game, I see something in this one. Whether it's the visuals, there's something about it. It's dropping at about £19 as well, which is quite reasonable, and has 1 to 2 player co-op. There are some honourable mentions, things like World Rally Championship 8, which isn't getting much love at the moment in terms of the hype train. Sparklight from Merge Games looks delightful. There's a game called Jaeger, I hope it's not Jaeger, from Versus Evil. That looks like a nice role-playing game. And obviously Layton's Mystery Journey drops as well. Let me know down in the comments. I've invariably missed something that's made you rage, but I'd like you to share it with the community and then rage. That's absolutely fine. Thanks to all the new subscribers we've had. If you enjoyed the content, then consider subscribing. And as always, a big thanks to our patrons. For all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers guys, see ya!